My daughter McKenna and I were heading to Coeur d'Alene, Idaho for the weekend from our home just outside of Vancouver, BC. We had a few extra hours to spare before we got there, so we decided to drive through North Cascades National Park by taking Washington State Highway number 20 between Sedro-Woolley and Okanogan, also known as the North Cascades Scenic Byway. Taking this route added about an hour of extra driving time versus taking Interstate 90, plus whatever time we decided to spend on stops including hikes and scenic vistas in the park. Was it worth the extra time to drive this scenic highway? Stay tuned and you can decide for yourself. This is Kurt from Go For It Adventures, and this is our adventure driving through the North Cascades Scenic Byway.
Okay, well, we are on Highway 20, probably halfway between Sedro-Woolley and entering North Cascades National Park. We just passed Rocksport a little bit ago, and we're starting to see the some of these mountains kind of come into view here and there. Can't see them right at this second, but there's just some epic snow-capped peaks in the distance that we are approaching, and as the trees clear or open up, there's some pretty cool views. So yeah, I'm looking forward to driving through here. Okay, so we are in North Cascades National Park, and again, we're not going to have time, unfortunately, to do a lot. We've got a fairly long drive ahead of us, and so we might stop and do a quick, like, short 1 mile hike or something like that, but already it just feels more naturey. I don't know, there's something about coming through a national park. We're at the visitor center, and we thought we would do this little trail. It's just a little, I don't know, quarter of a mile trail to a nice lookout. We're looking at the Picket Range right here, and let's just say the Picket Range looks really cool. I gotta say, I love it. So this is just one quick stop we're doing, and then there's another little forest loop trail that I think we might do a little bit farther along at the east end of the park. There is a continued trail. You can do a trail right down to the river overlook trail, but it's about a 40-minute hike, and we just don't have time to do it today. But I have to say, I'm glad we stopped and looked at this, because this is really cool. I mean, that little tower on the left there with kind of the snow on top, and it's pretty sweet looking. So we went to the visitor center. Unfortunately, we got here just a little bit late. It was already closed. It closes at 5 every day, and we got here about 10 after 5. But we did a little walk, kind of checked out a nice little scenic viewpoint. Just did a little short third of a mile walk. Now we're driving again through the park some more, and this little section's kind of cute. It's a bit windy. You're kind of, the mountains have closed in around us a little bit more than you do on the first section up to the visitor center. This is just a beautiful drive. We did not have to come this way. We could have just taken the interstate, but this is just a very beautiful way to go. So we just pulled off at this Gorge Creek overlook. You can just see a cute little waterfall right off the side of the highway. That's a pretty cool looking mountain right above us. Sun peeking through the trees there. Well, we're looking down on this creek from the bridge to the clear green waters. Beautiful mountains all around us. Cool snow-capped peak up there. Beautiful. And that is well worth the stop. There's parking lots on either side. Look at that, holy moly. That is unbelievable, this little ribbon that runs down through this just super narrow gorge. Stunning. Look at this creek, it is so cool. Amazing waterfall, just ribbons down. Crashing on the rocks, comes through this super narrow little gorge. The waterfall near the bottom. right under the bridge. You can track it through, but you can actually see it going right under the bridge. And out the other side. Awesome. It's just like the little cherry on top. Cute little waterfall here on the side of the road. We're really getting to a beautiful section here. I mean, we've seen a lot of beautiful sections already, but this area kind of winding along the sides of the mountain. Lots of nice peaks in the distance. We've passed a few creeks and lakes, and we're actually looking over a lake right now. Well, we just pulled off at the Diablo Lake overlook, and wow. I mean, man, oh man, absolutely gorgeous. So our next little stop after the Diablo Lake overlook was the Happy Creek Forest Trail. We're just going to do the smaller trail. You can actually, I think it's about a 1.5 mile trail, or you can just do like a half-mile loop. So we're going to just do the loop trail. Again, we're a little short on time. We really enjoyed the looks at the Gorge Creek and Diablo Lake overlooks. So now we thought, oh, we'll come enjoy some of the forest scenery of North Cascades. Man, I have to say, I'm pretty happy with how this is looking so far. We can go either way. Because it's a loop.
My legs got up sitting down.
Yeah, we've come all of 50 yards. Time for a break.
At least there's no river crossing in this one.
Yeah, this is, I mean, you can just feel the temperature is already cooler. Oh, look at a little squirrel. Oh, wildlife nature. Very cool. I just love doing stuff like this. I mean, man, I love our national parks. There's just so many cool things to see and do. And we've driven through this a few times, but we've never stopped at that Diablo Lake overlook. And I'm just like, wow. Why have we not stopped here before? It's just stunning. And we've never done this little creek trail either. So every time we try to do something a little bit different than we did the time before. And if you're en route somewhere, sometimes you have a bit of a time restriction like we do today. So, you know, that makes that's a factor for sure. But what a great way to travel. I'd way rather be doing this and spend an extra hour, and then with all the extra little stops, maybe an extra 2 hours to get to where we're going, than just to rip there quickly on the I-5. But, I mean, look at this place. It's fantastic. Absolutely beautiful. Well, this is Happy Creek. That does look happy, doesn't it? It's just burbling away through the trees. Yeah, look how clear that water looks, eh? Such a cute little creek. But yeah, beautiful. Yeah, what a great little way to break up the drive, stretch the legs. I don't know about all you guys, but I'm pretty tall. I got long legs, 6'4" 4 inches tall. So being able to pull over, get out, stretch my legs. Look at this, the way the creek just flows right under the walkway here. Super cool. So yeah, just to be able to get out, stretch the legs, go for a bit of a walk, breathe that fresh, clean mountain air.
Almost.
Fantastic. I kind of thought it would be nice to try some fresh, clean mountain water. So she filled up her water bottle from the creek. Oh yeah, she's smiling. Well, it's only a 15-minute little walk, but great little break. Loved it. Now we're about to get back in the car. But first, pit stop. Seems like every stop we've seen here has facilities, so that's a good thing. Okay, we're about 20 minutes outside of North Cascades National Park, but Highway 20 is just an absolutely beautiful highway through all of it that I've ever driven anyway. And you can see there's just mountains in the distance, pretty much everywhere you look. We've seen a couple of deer, lots of snow, creeks and rivers and lakes, and I'm just really enjoying this drive. And we did about, 4 or 5 stops in the park.
Yeah.
So yeah, great views, a couple of nice little trails that we did. And we just, what a great way to start off our little weekend trip.
Yeah, holy crap, it's like...
Wow, can't complain about this. Rainy Pass. What a beautiful spot this is. So within a few minutes of being over the Rainy Pass, you can see the forest has completely changed. It's different types of trees. It looks like a drier climate. A lot of these trees are dead, and I'm not sure if that was from a forest fire from several years ago or some other cause, but the forest does feel totally different here, which is interesting. So we just stopped at the Washington Pass overlook, parked there, and I mean, you just get out of your vehicle and you go, holy cow, like the views are incredible. There's just mountains, jagged peaks all around us. We're gonna take this little walk to the overlook. We're driving through this and we kept thinking, oh, look at this and oh, look at that. And sometimes it's hard to see as you're looking out the windows because there's trees all around you, kind of like there is right now. But at least now we can take our time and look. But when we thought, okay, if there's an actual scenic overlook, let's just check it out. Somebody's having fun. Wow. So here we are at the Washington Pass overlook, and we are just surrounded by these incredible peaks, still covered in snow. Sun's kind of going down behind the mountains behind us, but just 360-degree views. And we're gonna follow this little trail along here. I think there might be another lookout looking down this valley, but just wow. Just wow. I am so glad we came this way. You can see the road down below, cars going by, and they're getting a good view, but they don't even know what they're missing, I don't think. I think this is the best view we're gonna get down the valley. Still not bad, even though it's a little bit limited. And I say the mountains look quite spectacular with the sun behind us, just shining on the face of the mountain here. And the mountains behind us casting a bit of a shadow. Gives it a really cool effect. I love it. And it's actually a pretty cute little trail too. I mean, we're not quite done yet, but I think it'll end up being probably about half a mile long by the time we're done. This part's cool. It's climbing up the rocks. Oh, this isn't a bad view up here. Shining through. This cliff face here.
I think this is the best view we're gonna get down the valley.
Not bad at all. You can see Highway 20 down below. Well, that's a special little treat. I guess to see mountain goats, you got to go to the mountains. I still see quite a bit of snow on the ground all around here. Anywhere that's shaded. Wow. Like just absolutely gorgeous. Just wow. And look, some wildlife. He's eating away. He just kind of looked back at us like, what are you doing? I guess following me. Oh, what a beautiful animal. Just shedding his winter fluff.
Yeah, you don't have to. You don't want to eat it. I can bring it home and eat it. No, I'm saying I'll bring it home and I can eat it if you don't want to do it. I can totally turn around. He's going to come right up here. I'll turn and use it.
Look at that. He was standing on this rock and he just leaped down. That's got to be at least 30 feet below me. It's probably a couple of little leaps, but crazy. I'm not leaping down there. He's like, how come you didn't follow me down? Well, because look at this cliff. Look at this little bird. Beautiful. Well, that was a spectacular stop. Favorite stop of the drive so far today. And technically we're not in North Cascades, but this is called the North Cascades Corridor Highway. And absolutely spectacular. Amazing wildlife. Yeah, absolutely worth it. Anytime you see wildlife up close, it just seems to add another layer of joy to the stop. So to see epic views like what we've seen, I mean, just coming down this trail, and the little lookout was a loop trail, so totally worth doing. Not too long of a trail, but epic views and super cool wildlife. Well, that was spectacular. We absolutely loved stopping at Washington Pass, Overlook, and Scenic Trail. Now we're coming down the mountain and into the valley, and yeah, what a spectacular day! What a great afternoon. Beautiful place to travel. I'm so glad we came this way instead of just taking the interstate. It means we're going to get to our destination quite a bit later than we originally expected, but that is okay. It was well worth it. Well, here we are in Winthrop, Washington. Cute little western town. White Buck Trading Company. Farmers Exchange building. Unfortunately, it's after 8 o'clock. We took longer in North Cascades National Park and at Washington Pass. That I think a lot of these stores are closed, but just look at this town. It's so cute. Absolutely love it. Yeah, even though everything's kind of closed, what a cool place just to walk around. Again, take a little break, stretch your legs. We've only been driving for about 40 minutes from our last stop, but just a very, very cool place to check out. I just love it.
After leaving Winthrop, it was getting late, so we decided to drive straight to our hotel from there. As we drove, I asked McKenna what she thought of our time on the North Cascades Scenic Byway, and she said that it was amazing and she was totally happy that we went this way, even though it added about 4 hours to our drive including stops. We had an amazing time together, and I hope that after watching this video, you are inspired to drive this beautiful highway yourself someday. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until we meet again, just remember that adventure awaits, so go for it.